Hi Ben. Well, let's start at what's happening the other side of the Atlantic, because of course Hurricane Ian has exited away from the coast of Florida, but we haven't seen the back of this storm yet because it's actually re-intensified over the warm waters of the Atlantic, and it's pushing its way northwards now towards the coast of South Carolina, where it will make landfall over the next 24 hours. So that is going to bring a significant storm surge there, as well as those damaging winds of around 85 miles per hour, and also flooding rainfall up to about 300 millimetres, and quite widely around parts of the eastern United States we're likely to see some very heavy rain over the next few days. So lots of flooding around there. Here, the other side of the Atlantic, things are a bit quieter, but we've got our own share of wet and windy autumnal weather out there today. Really through the rest of the day there's a band of heavy rain which is moving its way eastwards, followed by a scattering of showers and really quite strong and blustery winds you'll notice out there too. And then overnight into Sunday we've got this waving weather front, bit of uncertainty, but it does look like it could be producing some outbreaks of rain for the London Marathon. So if you're running in the marathon, you might want to prepare for a few showers, and if you're spectating, you might want to bring a brolly around.
Good afternoon. It is going to be a rather wet and windy end to the week. A different story first thing this morning though. It was rather misty and murky. Some visibility issues you can see down in Twickenham from weather watcher Ruthie Babes.
Hello again. Well, it certainly has been a grotty end to the working week. Wet and windy out there for many of us at the moment. Although if you're making plans over the next few days, it's not looking too bad out there. So there will still be a few blustery showers around at times, but also some sunshine on offer. However, there is the risk, the small risk that is, of some rain across the south on Sunday.
Autumn is here. Well and truly. Heavy rain, gale force winds across some parts of the country today in excess of 70 miles an hour in northwestern parts of the country. Here's that broad weather front that's sweeping across the UK right now, and the heaviest of the rain is falling across more eastern and southeastern parts of the country. This is the radar from the last few hours. It's a very broad band of rain, and you can see it edging towards the east and the south just in the last couple of frames there. So the forecast then for the weekend, overall it's actually not looking bad at all for most of us. We're expecting sunny spells and those showers carried by the brisk winds off the Atlantic. Now, this is the forecast for Sunday. Notice there's another weather front that's brushing southern parts of England. It'll arrive early in the night, and that of course means it will affect the London Marathon. Now the jury is still out, but it does look as though there'll be some morning rain, and then in the afternoon it should dry out. So this is what it looks like. Watch the clock, 10 o'clock, raining across the south, and then by the time we get to around lunchtime that rain should be out of the way. But for the rest of the country it does look as though Sunday is going to be a mostly sunny day with highs up to around 16. Sophie. So rain in the morning, I think, for the London Marathon, but then come the afternoon, that rain should be clearing away. And just a quick outlook, what we can expect over the next few days, bit of a mixed bag with temperatures in the high teens, maybe nudging up to 20 degrees on Tuesday. Back to you.
Good evening. Friday brought us a pretty wet, windy and unsettled end to the working week. It's been a fairly unsettled week, actually. This was the picture in Perth a little bit earlier on in the day. Some big shower clouds around there. And as we head through the rest of this evening and overnight, the main band of rain will start to clear away. The winds will ease a little bit, but we'll still have some blustery showers continuing through the night too.
Brilliant. The big 60 for 007. Happy 60th birthday. Well, who needs Daniel Craig when we have Thomas Schaffenacker with our weather forecast now. Now, Thomas, marathon Sunday.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like for people running and people turning out to support?
You know what? The jury is actually out. Just what the weather's going to be like, particularly in the morning. I'll explain that in just a second because we've got to get through this evening first. It is a washout out there, but it does look as though the rain's going to clear. I wouldn't say relatively quickly. You've got another good 3 hours of that heavy rain across the capital.
England suffered from a lack of rain this summer, didn't it, with droughts declared across many parts of the country. But after all the rain this month, Becky, are we back on track?
We should be, shouldn't we? Because it seems like almost no time since we were in that drought situation, and we seem to have had endless rain so far this September. It wasn't long ago that we were seeing footage of cracked parched ground, the result of the driest start to the year since 1976, including the driest July since the 1930s. Up until the end of August, some parts of East Anglia and southern England had only seen less than half, 46% of their annual rainfall, and hosepipe bans came into force across large areas of the UK. But it seems like the weather has been trying to play catch-up in September, especially the last 24 hours. For example, some parts of Perthshire in Scotland have been getting on for half a month's worth of rain in just 24 hours. So with totals like that in mind, you'd have thought that the water tables might have righted themselves by now, but no. Even with more than 1.5 times their average September rain falling on the Isle of Wight in the last 4 weeks, a hosepipe ban remains in force. How can that be? Well, despite that rain, annual totals are still way down on where they should be for the beginning of October. And in fact, we do have rain on the way for many this weekend. Let's have a look. So let's have a look ahead at the all-important weekend conditions, because I'm not sure about you, but I am ready for the weekend. And what's the weather going to do? Well, as you can see, it is typically autumnal, unsettled weather. Sunny spells and showers, probably more of this on Saturday than on Sunday. Sunday, for many, is going to be the better of the 2 weekend days, and some heavy bursts of rain as well. Quite a breezy sort of Hold your eyes ready for the weekend. Quite a breezy sort of picture. It is going to be fairly mild, though, and turning quite cool by night as we head towards the end of the weekend. Then for Sunday, the London Marathon, not looking too bad. In fact, pretty decent conditions. The chance of rain, but look at those temperatures. Just up at around 16 degrees, which I have to say was an awful lot cooler than when I did it, which was far too hot.
So how hot was it when you did the marathon?
Well, I want to say it was really hot, which is why I didn't win. But actually, it was about 22 degrees, which was quite hot enough. I did get sunburnt, but I just want it on record that I did the London Marathon. Never again, though. Never again. I'm training for Sunday, but I'm training to watch it.
Yes, I'm doing what you're doing.
You doing
Training
as well?
To watch
Perfect.
It.
See you there.
Thank you.